Hey everyone, just wanted to let you know before the episode starts, there was a malfunction with the recording software we use. So for whatever reason, around the 46 to 47 mark, none of my audio got picked up. So that is just gone for the rest of the episode. I think the dialogue from everyone else fills in the blanks pretty well, so I don't think you'll miss out on too much. But obviously, if there's questions, you can always tweet at me. So I guess, just with that information, to let you know, that's why I go completely silent in an information episode. That is why. I guess from there, we can just go on with the episode. Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name is Nick, and this is Gluttony Earth. With me on this little quirky adventure we've got going on here is a guy who went toe-to-toe with some bears. It's Kyle.
And I didn't go against the animal one.
We also have a guy who went bear-to-bear with some toes. It's Adam.
No, I don't like the toe allegation. I refute all toe allegations.
You can't run from it.
We have a guy who bears your sins on toe himself. It's BakaZombie.
Come to me, my children, and just bear your sins before me.
And a guy who toes the line until it's unbearable. It's Kane.
It's pronounced Aerith, not Aris. Change my mind.
Son of a bitch.
Change my mind, liberals.
You are just brainwashed to think all these new woke pronunciations like Aerith. Back in my day, we had mistranslations. We stuck to them.
That is true. That's fair. Fair.
I'm not a nerd.
What's going on?
Final Fantasy bullshit.
Final Fantasy discourse.
Yeah.
Oh, Aerith?
Aerith.
Yeah, he said it right.
Okay. We're gonna talk about something. I think we can talk about something that's a little bit more, little less heated, a little less controversial than Final Fantasy discourse. What age do you think you're gonna die at?
Now.
Hopefully
right
soon.
now. This second.
I'm thinking like 42 or 43.
Unfortunately, modern medicines and the undying will everybody has to keep everybody else alive.
Yeah.
Be alive till past 100. We hate ourselves. Why am I still here? I'm not even a person anymore. I've been replaced with plastics.
Oh my god, if I drink enough microplastics, I can ship of Theseus myself and become a plastic man. I'll live forever. No, I think more important. That was just a little goof. So actually, no. My real question was, I was thinking about this. So in the Bible, everyone knows about this in the Bible. You heard this? You know about this? You hear about this? There's the chapter where the angels come down to Sodom and Gomorrah, and they're like, "Hey, you take your kids and wife and get out of here. Don't look back."
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting the angels just wanted to have some freaky sex, and they didn't want those guys watching.
I didn't know the Guardians of the Galaxy were in the Bible. Am I right, Kane?
I think.
Am I right or am I right?
I think it was actually
Star-Lord
pronounced as Aerith.
Aerith and Gomorrah is. No, it's just a
Gamera.
Yeah, Gamera. Sodom and Gamera. That's the Godzilla movie I want. Godzilla versus Sodom and Gamera.
Well, Bible experts, get on it.
Hey, Bible experts, get on it.
Yeah.
Chime
Bible
in.
experts.
Bible
Comment.
thumpers.
Amigos trying to fuck or what?
Yeah, if you don't know, just get your friends to listen, and they can
You
put an
want
opinion in there.
biblically accurate angels? They kind of get it.
They fucking.
A biblically accurate angel. That's
Biblically accurate angel. How big eyes you have. More to see your sins with.
Stop looking at me.
just have a giant
with
fucking
those eyes.
scream. Like, I imagine those things didn't even actually speak. They just screamed. That's why everyone was afraid.
Yeah. Well, those are actually just thrones. Who stay in heaven. Angels aren't exactly like that. The thrones, as far as I know, they just like constantly repeatedly scream like praise God or some shit when they're up there. It's something like that.
Yeah, that's heaven. Yeah, that's literally just heaven. Is just thank God.
So that's what they do up there. They have all those eyes just to scream praise God with. I don't fucking believe.
What is this bance?
Hey guys.
I'm just hopping topics. Controversial.
Welcome to today's
Changing the channel.
Bible study.
Yeah. This is how we get you. After
Gluttony
70
and
episodes of this, that's where we introduce the Christianity. You think it's an actual play?
And we're selling
No.
it really well.
That's just some goofs. The real pants.
The real pants.
No, this is a good one. I'm gonna save this for another episode.
No, let's not move on yet. Do you think the Last Supper was like a PTA meeting where like, hey, you grab the brownies. Hey.
Oh yeah, it was probably like a potluck type thing. They all have to like bring one in, and then they're like, "Hey, Jibbathan, that's you don't have a kid at the school. You can't be here. You're not part of the PTA." And then Jibbathan leaves.
Jibbathan just wanted to have some fun.
Jibbathan just wanted to have some fun with his friends. It's not his fault he couldn't have kids. Adam is fully in disbelief at this dance. Hand in hands.
And the recap.
Speaking of confusing and not knowing what's going on, let's hit up that recap. That means last time, everyone made their way back to the city, in which there's not a lot fucking happened on this. They all kind of made their way back. Shingi met up with Tapa, Endien, and Silas, and then Darius examined the armor left behind. He questioned once more, but like, what do you mean? What is the power object? And then he's like looking at it, and he does see like some truly alien designs in how it functions, but it's just like it's painted over with the Zealous colors from the gold link of the Zealous chain. Eventually, everyone is decided that while Takashi is out and about still, it's probably best that everyone heads to talk to the story keeper. And so everyone is led there. They're led to a room in which Shingi said, "Hey, I'll go get him and we'll see what we can do," because we are in the middle of a ritual that he probably has to be a part of. You guys wait a bit in this room. It's it's just an airy room with a tree and grass, and the entire walls and ceilings is like domed, is like projected what's happening on the outside, like the bioluminescent skies. Eventually this man, the story keeper, older sea elf, comes in, does some sort of like encasing of Tapa in some vines and flowers, and then brings up some grows some shrubbery furniture for everyone to sit down on. You guys start asking questions about it. He says, there are certain things that, like, while I don't know everything, all of our stories are entered and taken from this tree, and he points to the tree. He said, I will we'll be able to connect you to this tree so you guys can kind of work with the network a little bit more of the tree, and then from there you guys can learn a little bit more, and then it'll just be a few days before you guys can go back, because Shingi needs to stay here and watch the basically he's part of the patrol guarding everything with Takashi out and about. He says you guys should probably stay in the throne or in the palace, just that way if you're being targeted, you're not like in a dangerous scenario. It seems as though Shudraig is watching over the armor, and we kind of left off in that moment of him being like, "Hey, I'll get you set up with this tree." Oh, and there's a bit of a trade-off with the tree. When you're connected to it, it'll store your memories as well. It is a living network of stories, and if you tap into it, it also has access to the stories of your life. There is, he like taps on the tree again, and there's like a shrubbery like chair that sits like next to it, and like these like branches start spining out from the tree that looks like they could be cradling your head. Just sit there and it'll do the rest. I will be back to check on you eventually. Tapa should be safe right here. I don't suspect that Takashi would make moves right now. That seems, as desperate as he is, I don't know if he would just jump in knowing that Takashi's here with you all as well, in here. So I will eventually return.
Just a question of clarification. I'm just making sure that the trade-off isn't that we lose those memories or knowledge. Okay.
No, it just opens. It's like a form of osmosis. It just opens the barrier for things to flow back and forth.
Yeah. I was just double checking on that.
All right. I'll return eventually. And then he bows and he puts his cane back to the ground and like creates itself into the ground. And he heads out, and then the doors close.
Not it.
Oh, I think Darius is already up and walking towards this chair.
I've always been trying to get Darius to commune with nature more, and now he just does it because some old elf tells him to.
It's because he can gain knowledge from it.
It's
Knowledge by
it's old man report.
You can
it's old man report
by opening your mind to nature normally, Darius.
I don't think so. It feels like this tree's gonna talk to me, and I've never had a tree talk to me. I know you can.
All nature talk to you.
I don't look. I don't think it works the same way for me.
If you eat a mushroom, sometimes they talk to you.
I've had enough visions by eating various leaves. I don't particularly need to do that anymore. I sit in the weird tree chair.
All right.
It lobotomizes you.
Great.
Darius is going to
never have to sit through fucking crazy bands again. This is my
Actually, it doesn't lobotomize you. It gives you a perfect movie about the bands that we just discussed about.
Sears it into my brain. Darius is aware of the bands now.
As Darius, you sit down onto this shrub, very cushiony with all the leafage. You sit back into the cradle of branches, and it slowly like forms over your eyes, and like leaves grow around it. So you've got like this like you're hooked up like you're in tree VR. And then I need you, Darius, to make an intelligence save.
Oh, okay. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I don't have disadvantage on that. That is a 19, but I'm going to use Flash of Genius just in case, which will bring that up to a 23.
Okay, that passed then. You would have failed. So basically, as you're sitting there and like you're slowly like dissociating, basically. You get this dissociative feeling as you're not in your body. You feel more like you're in this vast network of stories and ideas. However, with your mind, like it seems like the tree like has like it's trying like as that osmosis is breaking down and it's giving that give and take. All of the dreams that you've had and these memories over 10 years of it, it starts to like overload the system. Like it's like like there's this infinite pool of like story and memory like trying to absorb into it. But because you did you got your save, you're able to resist that pull. So you're not like being lost in this tree with it, and you're able to resist this pull, and you're able to guard off it from accessing that part of you again. So it's not. You feel like had you let it go, you would have bricked both yourself and the tree.
Cool. Glad my brain has a virus in it.
What are you trying to learn?
Darius has several questions, but also more than likely most of them can be answered in a library somewhere. And I think the most pressing thing on his mind is something that happened recently. So he is asking the tree, or like, however this works exactly, who the Yellow King is and what he could want with me.
Okay, give me a either a religion or arcana.
Do arcana. I will use my last Flash of Genius to bring that up to a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So outside of the tree, the dome and the visuals, it like the lights fade of like the imagery of the stars, of the bioluminescence that look like stars, and instead it's like this darkness of like you see like these patterns, almost like dark roots going every which way on this visualization, and you notice everyone notices like this fractal appearing within the visualization, and it's like seizing up and it's like overloading this fractal inside this thing, and eventually it just kind of stops, and instead from like the center up top and slowly it like fades into a yellow, and it's showing that like basically the stuff that the person is visual like dealing with inside the VR is kind of being shown on the outside as well in the screen. So everyone's kind of getting like this show of it. So the Yellow King, the first so I'm gonna give you two answers. Sorry, not two, three answers to like questions on this. What specific? Do you have what specific questions? It's who is he?
Who is he? And like, what could he want with me? Because it's. I don't know if I have three like specific questions, but it's like, who's the Yellow King? That's definitely one. And then like, what would he want with me, or like, why would he be taking an interest in me? Of like, those are like the two other questions.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they're kind of the same thing, I'm not sure what the third like thing he would be looking for.
Okay. So you kind of get like this tertiary knowledge with it that, I mean, and it's stuff that you kind of already know. The second world, and this has been through like plenty of research and connections and discussions with both second world people and just like things that we've discovered, that the second world was destroyed and then remade to make the third world, Fracterra. But for some reason, when the second world destroyed, it fractured, which resulted in all the light fractured into the seven into Prisma, the seven domains of Prisma, and then Dark World. The ruler of any of those domains kind of has like this can affect that domain. It's like they have control of and whatever. That's like kind of like a realm of their making to some degree. The yellow domain is it's one of the two domains that's like kind of closely connected to the third world still, especially because the yellow domain is like the dreamlands. So everyone's kind of connected to it in some way if they sleep. However, the Yellow King, the ruler of it, isn't a native to this world. It has been long thought that he is possibly a god from outside of this area. So, like, while the gods have had control over Fracterra and the second world and the first world, like this thing, it seems to be like a god not from here, like maybe from another distant area of space who has shown up. And he now controls that domain.
Mm-hmm.
What he might want with you is that's a hard question to know, because it's just he is an alien-minded individual. However, in the past, a lot of people have become avatars of like demigods, avatars of these gods, through not necessarily worship like at a church, but worship through action. Like if you are embodying the ideals of these forces, then you kind of like get granted those powers through actions and like dealing with that. The more you give yourself to a concept, the more that concept, like that god will then create you as a avatar for their will. Possibly they find a reason to see you as an avatar, potential avatar.
Excellent.
Yeah. And like I said, everyone from the outside, you're kind of getting like this same info through like the projections on the dome.
Could I, in there, I don't know if like I have any room left with my answers. Like knowing all of those things, I think the image of the like large, toothy, smiling face would come to mind. Is that connected to the Yellow King?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess as your third thing, that is nothing to do with the Yellow King. The Yellow King only has power in the yellow domain.
Yeah, okay.
And I guess while it is in your dreams, but your dreams are also a little bit more than that. They're
Mm-hmm.
reflections of things that have happened to Darius before.
Yes.
So after you get this question answered, you do gain another thing of exhaustion.
Cool.
As it
Love
just
that.
is taking memories from you and exhausting you.
Love that for me. Great. Glad I got that after I went in and not beforehand.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think knowing like how much it took out of him and also
Yeah.
how much he had to like stop it from taking all of the dreams and like how close he was to just breaking this, he pulls out.
Okay. Yeah, the thing recedes from his face, and the screen goes back to the bioluminescent outside.
What happened?
I almost broke the tree.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't talk to nature then, and stay out of the conservatory.
I mean, it was when I was in Dark World, it was all the dreams that I was having when I was in that situation. It was too much. It tried to take all of it, and it was too much for it. So, yeah, almost broke the tree with my cursed dreams. So that's fun to know that about yourself.
Did it work? Did you find what you were looking for?
Like I said, you guys would know. It was
that's
basically projected on the wall and ceiling. So
It was a movie.
Yeah.
And just like the movie.
Temenos is gonna then sit down and try and like get himself hooked in.
Okay. Eagerly hops into his little seat. Oh my! I need to say, I realized the saddest thing right now. Thalum really wanted to be able to talk to plants.
Oh, fuck.
This is a memory thing. Thalum would have really enjoyed this.
Yeah, and digging up memories. Ooh.
Well, too bad he's dead.
You win some, you lose some.
He's not
Lost
dead.
it all.
Okay.
He's sleeping, guys.
Temenos,
He's sleeping.
you sit in. The tree branches wrap around your face. And the leaves form, and it's like blocking out any kind of light, and it's again dissociative, and you're like hooked into this network. What are you looking to know?
I want to know if. Well, I guess the first thing would be, does the Fountain of Youth exist? And then I guess if I'm allowed a second thing, it would be, if it does exist, where is it? What's its location?
Okay. Give me a history or religion check.
Let's see. We'll do religion. Great, that's a 6.
That's a 6. You're searching through this knowledge, like for knowledge of this, and unfortunately, it seems as though that kind of information isn't involved. Possibly, it's something that happened after the tree was grown or something like that, or maybe it's isolated from something of that nature, so you're just not actually getting info on this particular subject. Get a level of exhaustion as it then pulls out your memories. Yeah, everyone on the side of the thing, you see like visualizations of like this fountain and the trio of gods that he follows. It's just nothing because it's pulling info from him. Actually, you know what? I'll say to give you a little bit thing. Because it is pulling from your memory also. I'll say for sure, whatever happened with the Fountain of Youth happened after this. After Atlantis sank.
Okay,
Basically.
that helps a little bit. Yeah, then Temenos will try to wake up and try to get disconnected from the tree.
Yeah. Anybody else want something with a tree?
You're muted, Silas.
Yeah, no. I side-eye Endien if I could see her.
Yeah, it's light in here.
I side-eye Silas.
I can't tell you're side-eyeing because you don't have people.
That's true, I don't. Well, do you want to go first?
Ladies first.
She will stride forward.
Ladies third. Yeah, you sit down. It covers you. It hooks you up to the network. What are you looking to learn?
I think the first thing on her mind is what that entity was that was talking to her, and what her powers are coming from. Her darkness based powers.
Okay. Give me an Arcana or History.
I always get scared when people say Arcana with my characters, but she's actually not bad at Arcana or History, to be fair.
That's Endien. You're always like, Endien's not good at this. Wait, Endien is good at this. What the hell am I thinking? What do I think of my own character?
A 13 on History. I mean, they're the same, but I'll go with History.
Okay. So I'll be able to give you one answer with that. It's the wastes, the corruption. It was said that something with the wastes, it was corrupted because of some potent magics that were freed and crashed when the city fell, and that kind of like almost like a blast of dark arcanic energy that has been radiating. It is supposedly it was one of a set of crystals referred to as the Hearts of Lamashtu.
Why is that name
because that's like all you guys were dealing with last in Nimrod. Was Lamashtu. Yeah, so whoever was talking to you was possibly Lamashtu, because that's what was the most potent dark thing in that area.
The king at the end of the fight in Nimrod, when he did like some big blasty thing, used a heart of Lamashtu.
Yeah. And in the post-credit scene, Pazuzu crushed the crystal. That's who Lamashtu. It's the other ancient snake god of sorts.
Okay. Then I can ask questions on other topics.
Yes, but you gain a thing of exhaustion because it just
for each one I'll gain an exhaustion.
Yeah. So it like So it's also pulling memories from you. So you're like thinking about the stuff, and possibly even it just everyone else sees like in the visualization the dark corridors beneath the castle on the test island. As it's like pulling info from you as you're wondering about this stuff, and it's pulling memories from you.
So I know it's tied to that castle then.
They
are getting my memories of the castle.
Yeah, they're taking memories. Yeah. But you know, last when Lamashtu was talking to you inside the curse, she did say you could still find her there. That you knew where she'd be.
Okay,
Where you first met.
I will exit the tree then.
Okay.
It's all yours.
Not to know what to ask. I don't think I need any answers.
You know everything?
Well. Well. Listen here, girlie.
Me and my
No, I believe. I mean, apart from Takeshi. Apart from like Takashi. Takashi?
Yeah.
Okay. Like trying to know his motives and whatnot. There's nothing else Silas feels like he needs to know. Is that worth it for exhaustion? Should I
don't
be
know.
EP?
I don't know if the tree will know what his motivations are, because it's not...
Yeah.
That doesn't feel like a collective consciousness type question.
What is my purpose in life? To eat. To eat curses. Yeah, no, I honestly don't know what Silas would ask. So Silas would not sit on it.
I would then say the door opens up and Shingi comes in. And he immediately goes over to where Tapa is resting. All right. She looks like she's in good hands here. All right. I need to go and patrol for the next few days. You're welcome to come with if you wish. But it is... I'm not going to say that you're confined to the palace, but just understand that if Takashi comes at you while we're out there, you know, I can't always say that I'll make it in time to help.
It's all fine. We'll be able to handle ourselves.
Once the ritual's complete and the holiday is over, we'll be back to full guardianship, our full capacity as an army. We'll be here. From there, I'll be able to help you guys return back to the surface. I guess that's it. And he like turns to Endien and Silas, basically. Thanks again for saving my sister. I owe you. And then he leaves.
Where can we rest? Are we just supposed to sleep in this room?
If you're thinking about sleeping, a bed of flowers appears.
It's perfect.
You can always go back to Tapa's house. You know where that is.
Like, as Darius says that and the bed appears, he's just like, I don't care. And truly, like, deactivates his armor and curls up and goes to sleep. Just like, absolutely back to everyone else and just goes to sleep.
Little grumpy pants. You're gonna miss dinner.
I'm so glad he's embracing nature finally.
Just don't turn the channel. He's still watching that.
Don't turn the TV off. I'm listening.
I'm watching that.
Yeah, he's finally embracing nature, though.
Oh, nice. Sorry. How long's the ritual? Or the?
It's a few days. It's today, like tomorrow, and then the next day.
Only 3 days.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy some.
So I guess I want you guys to tell me what your plans are. You know it's gonna be tonight and then 2 more nights. It's the middle of the night right now. You guys did this all at late at night.
Late at night.
So it's actually it's getting into the second day proper even because you guys are up you did an all nighter. So yeah, I guess you only have 2 more nights to go besides today. What do you guys want to be doing in that meantime? You know that Shudraig is dealing with the armor. Endien, which you know Shudraig has the Queen's Coil on his left arm.
Yeah. I would want to go talk to Shudraig at some point.
You know, Takashi is just wherever out there. He was pretty it's not necessarily obviously he thinks getting beaten in a fight would probably be humiliating, but it's the fact that you stopped his big plans that really you don't know if he has any more plans since you guys destroyed the heart or not, so he may or may not show up at some point if you're out and about. But let's see, there's that. There's always more time with the tree if you'd like. So yeah, just you guys let me know what you want to do with the next next 2 full days. Obviously, Darius is gonna sleep because Darius is so exhausted,
so tired on so many levels.
Since it is bedtime, maybe I will go on the chair and just sleep right afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
How do I kill the orc? I don't remember if this was already answered or not. Silas knows what the sword does. Does he know what it is?
I think we could ask the tree, see if that might give clarity, depending on what it is. Because then I can just be like that. If you get a good roll on it, I can either just tell you fully, or I can just wait, or I can just probably give you a little bit more vague stuff. So give me either a Arcana or Religion.
Not history, damn. The one time this spell's probably going to be used, I'm going to cast Borrowed Knowledge.
Ooh, what the fuck is that?
I gain proficiency in the skill I choose. So I guess religion.
Okay, so you get a +3 from your proficiency.
Yes. That is dirty 20. I got a 17.
Dirty 20? All right, I will answer 3 questions then about it. Do you know what it is? So, and you're getting this visualization of your time with it. Your sword is it's what's referred to as the Mimic King. So it seems though, however, it is dormant or sealed away, and something is stopping it from having power on this world. And so it is, you remember where you got it from. The cult, the fake Built-in Jazz's cult, was basically he had a pet mimic, and it was like this whole, as you know, because you've dealt with robed people coming at you to try and worship you before. It is a god to people, basically a mimic god. Some say that it is the one of the more rightful gods of this planet, because of how it is fresh to the third world and adaptive and stuff like that. So it's kind of just I think that's it. That's what I got. So if you have 2 more questions about it, I can answer those.
What happens when it wakes up? When it's not dormant?
Before it became dormant, it was, I don't know, it called upon other creatures of whatever to come worship it. It would devour powerful magics, and you'd go around. I mean, that's kind of it. It's like, for a god, it feels more in comfort of eating and adapting, like destroying magic and tricking and deceiving and changing to fit the situation. So it's so it's a dormant god, but it before it was primarily just a pain for people who are trying to use magic in the world and create artifacts and stuff.
On my back. That kind of answers my third question, if it's evil or not. If it doesn't care, it'll just eat magic. Yeah, it just is.
Same.
Me too, honestly. I just ordered some wings. Was that did that count as my third? Okay. I am EP.
Yeah. I took it in.
The moment she saw Silas stand up, walk the door, she took out her notebook. She's taking notes. This will be an exam.
Galactus. I'm gonna take my trance, and the next day I'll go talk to Shudrag.
Before Endien leaves, Temenos would try and pull her aside to talk to her quick.
All right.
Endien, I only have 2 questions for you. Both are really important and will probably dictate what I decide in the future.
All right.
The first question: can we trust your friend Silas?
Yes.
Truly, we can truly trust him.
I trust him. If that's enough for you to also trust him.
Well, that's enough for me. My second question has to do with our time in the trials.
Yes.
What did you see?
A lot of my failures and my what's the word? Fuck, I can't think of the word.
Insecurities?
Yes, insecurities.
Okay.
What did you see?
Well, I was given a choice between my friends and my faith. And at first, when I chose my friends, I saw nothing. And that's really been a strong thing for me to try and come to terms with.
Those trials did seem to amplify what we struggle with in our own mental states, but they're not necessarily true.
Okay. Okay, I trust you.
I don't know fully everything about your faith and your journeys, and that's a fault of mine for not asking you more. And I do want to take that time to learn those things, because you have truly been an asset to us, and I consider you important to the things that we do.
Temenos does like a slight bow, like upon hearing that. Thank you, Endien. You don't know how much I appreciate those kind words.
Of course, and I'm sorry I'm not a person of many words to have said that to you before. To have to be prompted like this to tell you those things, because I shouldn't have to. But now I'm going to sneak out and talk to a dragon that kept me captive.
Okay, the best. Okay, best of luck.
Because we're deep in the ocean, it's still dark out all the time, right? Okay. Yeah. I mostly it was so I couldn't be seen, so I would like stick to shadows so that Takashi couldn't see me moving if he were around. I would tell the others I'm going to go talk to Shudurai, and once I'm with the dragon, I feel a little bit safer to be seen before return to shadows when I come back.
With you mentioning that you were going to go see him, Darius would ask, do you want company?
You spoke with him, correct?
Yes, briefly.
It might be good to have you there, because the last I spoke to him, again, he was keeping me captive, and I just kind of snuck off while he slept. So I don't know how well he'll respond to me just coming up to him. But I do need to learn more about the Queen's Beasts if I'm to help them.
Yeah, I'm happy to come with you.
Alright. I'm going to be invisible, so if Takashi comes for us, he can see you and not me.
He can fucking try.
We slink off. Why slink? Darius kind of trundles, I assume.
Darius actually is slightly more sneaky because I changed my infusions, so I have boots of elvenkind as well. So
Me
Darius
too,
is not as clink-clacky.
twinsies. Me and my girlies wearing our boots out on the town. What are those? But in a good way. Where's my treat? I've been a very brave little boy. I would try to get into some form of light source to be able to that he could see me. Oh well, there you go. Yeah, he has true sight or whatever. Okay, yeah, then I wouldn't bother. Hello. Do I have the honor of speaking with the great Shudrag? Yes, I apologize for that. I had pressing matters that needed to be attended to. I do apologize for leaving without letting you know. But I did want to approach you because I do have questions, if you would be willing to have this conversation now. Such a casual dragon. If I understand correctly, you're one of the queen beasts. Is it like a marking on his scales, or is it like a piece of is it like a bangle? Okay. What woman? A woman gave that to you? And what does it mean to be a queen's beast? Like, what are your duties? Persuasion? Is this another one where I'm like, oh, Endien's bad at these, but actually she's decent? Yeah, actually. But I can't roll for garbage. 12. That's fair.
God damn it, Endien, why are you invisible?
If
you weren't fucking invisible, I could give you Flash of Genius, but I can't fucking see invisible.
You. Well, I wasn't going to be with the dragon could see me.
With shitty rolls.
I feel seen finally. That's. I understand if you don't want to divulge that information. Are you aware that people are? I assume you are, because of the incident where we first met, that there are people that are after you and the other queen beasts. It seems that a group that go by the name of the New Green and the Zookeepers are working together, and I don't know if they're wrangling up queen beasts or trying to kill them. But the unicorn of the Court of the Four Seasons was taken by them. So I'm trying to... the unicorn was under my watch because it was in the forest that I was watching, but I wasn't able to save it. So I'm trying to save the other queen beasts before they get to him. Thank you. And she, like, again, she's invisible, but she turns to Darius because she's like, do you have anything to say?
I'm gonna cast message, even it's probably unnecessary, and I also don't need to see Endien to do that. But I will just say, ask him if he knows about any of the other beasts or where they are.
In my pursuit to help the others, do you know of where any of the others are? I know what kind of beasts they are, but I don't know of them or where they would be. I would very much appreciate that, yes. Yes. Sorry, my notes are just very baffling to me. Why is there an infectious frog written in here? Anura?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's in your notes.
Anura, infectious frog, Anura, the creator. See? No breakthroughs. That's what say over there. So
truly baffling.
And then it goes into what all the queen beasts are. I'm like, oh, is that connected in some way?
No. Anura is Darius stuff.
Curling black mark, though. That's written there. If you hadn't said there was a curly black mark on this dragon, I wouldn't know what that meant. I'm such a good note taker. have information or are willing to give certain information. That is fair. Oh, yes, Shingi. I should talk with him. Sorry, I'm just finding my Queen Beast note. I'm like, what the hell? Golden Woman, Purple Strand? Maybe a different woman. Yeah, it's right above. I have Golden Woman, Purple Strand, the Queen, connection to Prisma, gifts and will protect. A Golden Woman with purple. Okay, so they are connected. Okay. Cool. I forgot what I was gonna ask something else, I think. Oh, I'd pull out the King's Sword. This is far left field, if that reference makes sense in this world. Do you know anything about this sword? Okay, sorry, I just figured I'd ask why I had you here. Alright, yeah, I'll talk with Shingi and see if he can give me any further information. Thank you, and I'll be sure to stop by to peruse your selection of literature. I love how proper Endien gets with her words when she's feeling awkward.
No, I think as Darius is going back with Endien, even though like he knows she's slinking through shadows and things like that, just as they're getting closer, just says, I'm just tired, Endien.
Tired of what?
Everything right now. I mean, it's what are we doing? What's next for us?
Well, I'll admit the passing of Felon does very much weigh on us and change things that we would have been doing. We do need to take time mentally for that. We haven't had a real time to mourn him. But I need to continue looking for these queen beasts and figuring out how to stop the new green, whatever their plans are, to, I don't know, seemingly overthrow the green. It was nice to reunite with Silas, but he seems to have his own plans, going around eating curses.
He's eating curses?
The sword's eating curses, I guess, technically.
Okay. I mean, could have been useful not too long ago.
If you think it's hard getting information out of me, try and get anything out of him. So I don't know what he plans to do going forward from here. I would like to return to the... Alongside all of this Queen Bee stuff and the new green, there's also this strange dark presence that keeps talking to me, and I want to figure out my connection to the dark world, just to know myself better. And it seems to stem back to the island where I first took my librarian test, so I would like to go there to... I know I keep saying it to you, and I know you keep waving it off because we're helping each other, but truly, I don't expect you to continuously follow me to all these things.
I mean, for the Dark World stuff, there's a demon I got a bone to pick with still, so I'm down to investigate that more.
Is it Mother?
Yes.
What was all that yellow stuff going on when when you're talking to the tree?
I don't know. I've maybe been chosen by the Yellow King to be one of his avatars.
I'll say when I first joined up with you, and you were just a man looking for treasures, I didn't expect alternate versions of you and avatars of Yellow Kings and having to save you from Dark World where you'd been for 10 years. And
yeah, the guy in the armor, Atil, the one you killed and then we banished him again.
Yeah. Oh, you banished him.
Yeah, Shingi did some weird banishment thing while he was beating the shit out of me. It was great fun.
I didn't take any damage that entire time.
I mean, seems to be
Silas
what
almost died. So you have that in common.
That seems to be what I'm here for. But he wasn't from this place either. I knew an Atil. We served, and then I think he died. He went off. He was real sick, and I think he died.
Oh, he died before I filled him with arrows?
Yeah, this was long before I met you. But that Atil that had the armor, he said we found that armor together, and that I came and visited him when he was sick and helped him find his wife and all that stuff.
Well, there was that other you that I sensed on our plane. Right? There was another one on our plane? Yep.
Yes.
There was multiples and others.
I just didn't know that it was happening or could happen to others. I mean, he was a hobgoblin too, so I don't know if it's something with us.
I guess I don't know enough about hobgoblins to be able to weigh in on that.
Honestly, I don't either.
I mean, there's other me's. But I guess that was just the Mirror World one that I know about. And that weird dream one.
Yeah, like we haven't...
I hope those kids didn't flip up the mirror look at the tapestry.
I don't want to think about the kids.
Yeah.
To your point before, I think I've long set aside just doing this for treasure and interesting trinkets. Not to say that you couldn't have done all these things without me, but again, I think my job now is to help protect everybody on what they're doing, because it sure seems important for some reason. I don't know why all this shit's happening to us, but it seems real important overall.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't think I could have done any of this without you.
Same to you. I still gotta hunt down that other version of me's got my box, and I gotta get that back.
I hate to say it. What do we do with Temenos? Like, I know he's been very helpful, and he comes around with us everywhere, and is... Oh, I just broke my pen. Very happy to do so. But he has his thing with the Fountain of Youth as well.
What's another quest?
You never know what it could be tied to.
I mean, he's talking about there's some dark one in his triad. Who knows if that's connected to any of our various dealings with dark entities.
You have talked with him more than I have.
He's a good sort. I don't think he's really found his people yet, which can be hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'd lost all my people before I joined up with you and Temenos. Or not you and Temenos, you and Vellum. So I don't think it'd be good for him to be out on his own again. I worry about him.
Do you think I smell bad?
I don't think I've ever smelled you.
Am I using weird, like, scents when I bathe? I thought it was a good smell. Like a mix of flower and earth, or like flowery and earthy at the same time.
I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't think I've ever purposefully tried to smell you.
Well, he apparently was able to find me by my scent. Do you think he just made that up?
I don't know. Because
he hasn't done that since. Like, he hasn't found anything else by using only his scent.
It seems strange.
Like, is mine just that bad?
I haven't noticed it, but also...
We were with another Eladrin who was very hermity. Maybe maybe Temenos was smelling him instead. Them, sorry.
Maybe?
And that is where we're going to end this episode. If you would like to ask me anything you didn't understand by the end of that episode, you can always tweet at me at Bumblescum. If you would like to just learn more about the world, you can always hit up the IDL at IDL_RPGS. If you would like to brick your computer, you can always get advice on which sites to visit from Adam and Little Growth. If you would like to be seen for once, you can always hit up BakaZombie at Zombie Baka. If you would like to confront people about which traumas you all experienced in your dream states, you can always find out about Kane's at Kane_Walner. If you would like to chat up with Kyle, you can. He just doesn't have social media for you. That's I don't have a bit for this one. All right, goodbye.